Hey everybody, we're going to create a new project in GarageBand in order to record a podcast. When you open up GarageBand, you should see a window that looks just like this. You're going to select Empty Project and double click. This window should then pop up. This window is asking you to make a track. A track is the place where all of your sound is recorded. We are going to have to make 3 tracks, one for each microphone that you'll be using for your project. Here's how to do it. First, make sure that this microphone icon is selected. Then, down here at the bottom, we need to do 2 very important things. First, we're going to click this drop-down and select Input 1. Input 1 corresponds to your first microphone. Next, what we need to do is over here where it says I hear sound from, click the little arrow and you get this window. Where it says Output Device, drop that down and click Built-in Output. Let's X out of this and let's just double check. We should see Input 1 over here and we should see I hear sound from built-in output over here. That means we're ready to make our track. Hit Create. Any sound that's picked up by microphone number 1 will be recorded here in track 1. But we have 2 more microphones, so let's make 2 more tracks. Up here at the top, go to Track and hit New Track. We're going to go through the same process, making sure that the microphone icon is selected, but instead of Input 1, we'll select Input 2. Over here, since we have already selected Built-in Output as the place where we want to hear our sound from, it still is visible, so we don't have to make any changes. Let's hit Create. All right, we need to make 1 more track. This time, Track, New Track. Make sure the microphone is selected. We're going to drop in the input box down and select Input 3. Built-in output is already selected over here, so we're good to go. All right, now, any sound picked up from microphone 1 will be stored here. Any sound picked up from microphone 2 will be stored here, and any sound picked up from microphone number 3 will be stored here. But we need to take 1 more step to make sure that all 3 microphones are recording at the same time. This step is really important. Don't forget it. Go up to Track and then Configure Track Header. This box should then pop up. Make sure you hit Record Enable. This little row of buttons has just popped up over here in this area called the Track Header. All right, we're done with this. Just click anywhere to get rid of it. Before you record, make sure that all 3 of these buttons are selected and are flashing red. If you see that, it means you are ready to record your podcast. Get nice and close to the microphone, and when you're ready to start, hit the big red record button up at the top, just like this. Whoops, my metronome is on, so I'm going to make sure that's turned off. I can do that by selecting this icon here. All right, now, I don't have any microphones hooked up, so we're not actually recording anything, but we see that each track has some information being collected. If you see this, it means that your podcast is recording successfully. To finish up, all you're going to do is hit the stop button up here. Now, let's say that your podcast is all done and ready to go, and it's time to share it. Here's what you do. You go to Share, and go to Export Song to Disk. It might take a minute. Up at the top, name your project, something that you'll remember. And then choose where you'd like to save that. For me, I like saving things on the desktop. Once you've done all of that, you can leave this bit of information here alone. Hit Export. This may take a few moments. All right, that's it. Now your project, your podcast, will have appeared on the desktop. You can email that to yourself or import it directly into Schoology. Good luck with your project.